parents, we all want to see our kids flourish in their faith. We want to see them take the faith that we are passing down to them and take ownership of it. We want to see them fall in love with Jesus and live lives that glorify Him. So how do we respond when our kids ask difficult questions or express doubt? What do we do when we see them wrestling with their faith? The Fuller Youth Institute recently did a 3-year study that looked at 500 youth. In this study, it was found that during the course of the 3 years, over 70% of church-going high schoolers reported serious doubts about their faith. However, less than half shared those doubts and struggles with an adult. So is your home a safe place for your kids to express doubt? We all know the story of Thomas, the disciple who doubted Jesus' resurrection. Thomas often gets criticized by Christians for not having enough faith to believe. But let's not forget that Jesus was gracious enough to appear to Thomas and to show him the proof he needed in order to believe. Doubt happens. Sometimes we need proof. And some of us are going to have kids who have an emotional response to the gospel, and some of us will have kids who are more intellectual and will need more proof to believe. Maybe you'll have both. Doubt isn't dangerous. Asking for proof isn't wrong. When our kids grapple with their faith, we can come alongside them and allow them to ask us hard questions. We can point them toward resources and other people who can help answer questions. We shouldn't be afraid of their questions. We should be excited that they take their faith seriously enough to wrestle with it. Do you remember that study I mentioned? Well, the good news about that study from the Fuller Youth Institute is that it also found that the students who did take opportunities to express and explore their doubt communicated a deeper and more mature faith as a result. Questions are not wrong, but silence is. And your kids will quickly learn if you are a safe person to come to with the hard things. If we shut our kids down when they reveal that they are struggling with something, they will keep those concerns with themselves or they'll share them with others. So instead, let's embrace questions. Let's let it be okay for our kids to examine their faith, to allow them to search for proof. By doing this, we'll get a front row seat to our kids' faith, and we'll also have the privilege of helping them to develop into mature believers.
Thank you, Jenna, for that message. And thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Fridays Are for Families. We place a high value on discipleship, specifically at home, because we believe that strong disciples are made at home. And that is why we have a heart to do what we can to empower and equip you to grow as a disciple of Jesus yourself and a disciple maker of your kid. If you have any specific requests for information you would like to hear about, we invite you to share them with us, either by commenting on this video on YouTube or Facebook, or by emailing us at family@lifeatpathway.com. We look forward to seeing you next week.